I gotta go cough a lung out. Anyways.
Oh, God.
And we're back after vacation and God knows what. So, hi, everybody. We are back, and it is another episode of Paranormal. As I pass my dying other half his cough drop.
1920s.
Where you are.
1920s.
Well, that would make sense. But anyways, we are back from vacation, and it is me, Rachel, and our lovely co-host of this other whatever. Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Kaz. It's Kaz, and I'm back with Chester, who I don't know if he was overly enthusiastic to come back to work or not, but he's here. He's chatting up a storm. We have two apps on the go now. So we have the Spirit Talker app that we usually use, and we're throwing in the Necrometer to see if that spices things up. So we'll see what happens, Chester. Welcome back. Have you had a nice break, Chester? You've probably missed us, I'm sure.
Listen, he had his opportunity to run earlier, and he didn't do it, but he said it.
Exactly. He as soon as I turned on the thing, he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "It's the podcast." He's like, "No, get out."
Leave me alone.
Sorry, Chester, but you are back by popular demand.
Mm-hmm. We're waiting for him to tell us off.
I know. He's just like, oh, whatever. Oh, worry. He's worried. You'd better worry.
Or should we be worried?
Is that a warning, Chester? I don't know. Listen, you've had some time off, so you're pent up. Let it all out, buddy. Let it all out. Feel free.
Yeah.
Wreck. He's going to wreck the place. Don't wreck the place.
Right.
Hold on a second.
Chill, dude.
You may wreck it with your words, but that's it. Anyways, I apparently have got new glasses that really reflect light.
They're not
If you're watching this, for some reason, is it like a blue light thing? I don't know.
Maybe.
But either way, I have these weird blue circle things on my glasses that make me look like I have double lenses. I highly recommend, if you do not watch this on YouTube, I highly recommend you do. I feel like it will make your day.
Oh my God. Oh, wow. Anyways. So yeah, not much really happened. We did take a break. We enjoyed Christmas and falling asleep before midnight on New Year's because we're old.
God, clock.
What?
First of all, I don't know if that's a reference to the conversation we had before going on air, or if he's like, blah, blah. I don't know. But Katie's in for it, apparently. Anyways, we're off to the races.
Oh God. But yeah, so we did nothing. But then we started the new year off with an investigation. So that was pretty cool.
That was.
So yeah, that was the Robert McLaughlin gallery in Oshawa here. So it was an art gallery, and it's really, really interesting, and can't really say too much about it just yet because we got to get approval first before we can share a lot of the stuff. So that'd be pretty cool once we get that approval. So yeah, so stay tuned for that because we'll probably down the road do a podcast on it because
for sure,
definitely interesting, especially the whole before portion. I think it was more interesting for Kaz because I'm pretty sure it shocked the shit out.
Yeah. I wish you could have seen when we were texting back and forth, my face being like, because as you were texting back, I was like, I don't even know how to describe it. Yeah. But stay tuned for that one.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. So, but anyways, today we're going to go right into another investigation that we did almost a year ago, which is insane to think about.
Wow.
Like crazy. But we're going to talk about this place behind me.
Bum, bum, bum. Which just looks terrifying. And it kind of was.
It's dusty and dirty as shit, but that's what happens when you're God knows how many feet underground. No regrets. was
But
also
no
the day that
regret.
it's also the day that I ended up really hurting myself and still dealing with the issue.
Oh, is that when it first started?
It's when I first started. Yeah. Yeah.
What was that? Oh, was that the run now? Is that okay? I don't know if that was the TV behind me flickering, but everything flickered and then it said run now. Connected. Oh, good Lord. That was connected? Okay.
Anyways,
Light all around. What is
should
the
I,
white light?
maybe I should just sit here and just watch and listen.
Apparently. What was going on? What's the white light, Chester? What happened? I'm going to have to review that because it was like I saw flickering lights and then it said run now. And then Chester said connected white lights all around. Not me. Okay,
So-
Chester. So who is it then? Could we get a name, please?
It's not me.
Yeah. Mildred?
That's what the
I
spirit
don't know.
doctor just said. It's not me.
I know. That's why I said he said it's not me. I don't know what's going on. You can see the TV on, but it's
Mhm.
not like anyways, we'll have to review the footage, people.
It's flashing.
On it. Great.
Anyways,
Okay.
we're never gonna get this started because he won't be quiet for once.
I said that. I was like, we're not going to get a word in edgeways. And Jess is going to be like, I've been off for a few weeks. Here we go.
I got a lot to say, but sitting alone. Anyways, we are gonna talk about Lower Bay Station in Toronto.
Yes. This predates you, Chester. So listen up.
Shh. So for those who don't know, there are two bay stations in Toronto. You've got the one that's actually in use and the one below it, which is this one. This is Lower Bay Station. So it opened in 1966 as part of the original segment of the Bloor Danforth line. And it was also named Yorkville. So the TTC operates its lost articles office out of this station. So forgotten objects on city buses and trains are held until reclaimed or sold by auction. So that's in this place as well. So
Wait. I'm still here.
I
just realized I didn't mean to interrupt you there. When you talk, it records you. And I wasn't talking when I saw that flashy flash thing. So even when we review this, I might not see it. So now I'm recording on my phone.
Oh, look at you. Smart. All right. So below the main platform for Bay Station is the abandoned, we'll say that because it's not really abandoned, platform Lower Bay. So this platform was only used for 6 months in 1966 by apparently Greta. So the TTC experimentally ran trains whose routes included portions of both the Young University and Bloor Danforth line. So the platform was in service from February to September 1966. So this experiment, this whole platform here, what's that say?
Jeff, but spelled like a certain person's last name.
Oh. The experiment was deemed a failure, largely because delays anywhere quickly cascaded to affect the entire system. Still today. And also the station had not been laid out effectively for cross-platform exchange, so it was really hard for riders to go from one platform to the other without getting stuck and in a line and just crammed in like sardines. So the station, this one here, and the tracks are now used to train new operators to move trains between two current lines for platform surface experiment and to allow for filming. Go left.
You don't want to go left or right because you will end up on the tracks.
Yeah.
Old shoes. I bet there's old shoes down there.
And like I said, it's used a lot for filming now. I believe that oh crap. What was it was just in my head.
Ooh,
whatever.
What?
They filmed a movie in Toronto. They filmed lots of movies in Toronto because this is, It's not the Justice League. Like, what the fuck? Why my brain is not working? I'm like, I know what it is. Anyways,
Suicide
we
Squad?
had, huh?
No. I was
Suicide
just throwing.
Squad.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
I just was
I'm like,
throwing
it
stuff
had
out
like
there.
villains in it. My brain does not work today. They filmed a bunch of stuff down there, so I know that much. And then we filmed some stuff down there.
Mhm. I would like to say on par with Suicide Squad. Maybe. We'll see. Did we
But-
ever actually see it?
What?
The movie?
That we did?
Yeah. I think he did send it to us, didn't he?
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
I've also, it's going to be posted with this, so we're good.
Oh,
Right.
yay.
So, for some reason or other, this subway platform seems to be haunted by a lady in a red dress.
Mm-hmm.
So, many TTC workers have said they've seen. Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Many TTC workers have seen her. She travels along the tunnels near one of the station's entrances / exits. So they say she floats along the ground, and it appears that she has no legs below the hem of her dress. So she floats.
Dang.
So she normally appears for about 30 seconds and then just disappears into thin air. She's also been described as distraught, without eyes, and sometimes accompanied by a woman's singing voice, although the song is unknown. They don't know what song it is.
Oof.
She has also been seen apparently by film crews who have described her as having black holes for eyes.
I didn't know she had no eyes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
So some speculate that the lady in red was a jumper, or she may have been pushed. However, some may believe that she's actually from the land that the station is built in, which is kind of interesting because, as you may know, just downtown Toronto, pretty much, literally.
Mhm.
But it wasn't always downtown Toronto.
Forgive me?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Oh, all right. She's on to something here.
This part of Toronto, or York as it was once called, Muddy York, was known as the Potter's Field. Now, if you don't know what a Potter's Field is, well, today's your lucky day because that's a cemetery.
Yep.
And it's a cemetery that it was made pretty much for anybody who couldn't have a religious burial. So pretty much those who were refused a religious burial due to suicides, being criminals, being an addict, anything like that. Or anyone who just didn't have any religious type of background. So non-sectarian, as they call it. Or sectarian, I should say, not secretarian. Oh my god.
If you were a non-secretary,
Yeah.
that's where you were going.
So
we're getting heckled. Next. Your joke's not funny. Move
so
on.
this particular burying ground was known it was known as Potter's Field, but it was actually called is it York General Burying Ground. So that's the official name of this cemetery.
Fearfulness?
Ooh, it's a happy place. So it was the final resting place for 6,500 individuals. So after the cholera outbreak in 1832, the cemetery's 6 acres filled up like fairly quickly.
Yeah.
So its last interment was in summer of 1855. And then after that, the cemetery was closed. So there is a plaque, though, that states that monuments and remains of 6,685 people were moved between 1851 and 1888 to the resting place of pioneers at the Necropolis and Mount Pleasant cemeteries in Toronto. Now, the reason that they started moving people was because, well, Toronto was getting bigger and they needed a business in downtown area.
Injected.
Yeah, they injected them somewhere else. So, according to these plaques about the removals, each cemetery, so Necropolis apparently received 984 individuals, and Mount Pleasant received 364. But that doesn't equal 5,600 people. So where are like over 5,300 people? Where are they? And did they get left?
They're in the walls.
So the first burial happened on July 18th, 1826, and it was Thomas Carfray's day-old infant daughter, Mary. So she was the first to be buried there. Now, the cemetery was well taken care of. It wasn't just something that was just, there. Like, it was any type of cemetery. They took care of it. So like I said, in 1853, it was authentic. In 1853, Yorkville became incorporated, and the cemetery was then regarded as an obstacle for development. So this is when things started to turn, and they were like, well, we need to move these dead people. So when the cemetery closed in 1855, a plan for the entire cemetery track was come up to be built on. What?
Radiates an aura of peace and contentment.
Maybe the cemetery did. But anyways, so a
What are you talking
25-year period was given to allow families to move the graves to other locations. So that's what they did. In 1928, when the first commercial buildings were being developed along Bloor Street, like the frontage, replacing the house built on the cemetery lands after its closing, human remains were found when they were digging to build these buildings.
Of course.
Because no one remembered the cemetery was there.
No one remembers the 5,000 bodies just hanging out.
It's just chilling in the ground, So it says here there are still technically more than 5,000 people buried there despite extensive redevelopment of the land, and human remains may still be found if you dig. Because, So people, it says in the cemetery, it says many of the burials were people who died during epidemic. So cholera, smallpox, typhoid, tuberculosis, etc. And a lot of people, what did that say?
He said Jesus.
A lot of people were hastily buried to keep the epidemic from spreading, often without coffins. They just threw them in a hole.
Oh, God. What did that say?
Strangled?
Well, I'm sure people were strangled.
Yeah.
And buried there.
Yeah. So one of the people, well, I shouldn't say one, a few, buried in this cemetery was actually James Worts. So if you're from Toronto or you're from the area, you know of the Distillery District, and then you know of Gooderham and Worts. Well, James Worts is the second part of the Gooderham and Worts. So James, his wife, and his infant daughter were actually all buried in this cemetery. Now, this started when Elizabeth, so Elizabeth is the actual sister of Gooderham, his business partner. So his sister, Elizabeth Gooderham married James Worts. What?
He said nasty.
Oh my God.
Listen, back in the day, this is how it was done. People married friends, relatives,
cousins.
Yeah. It's just how it was back then, Chester.
But anyways, okay.
Radiance.
So Radiance. Anyway, so
you were right.
Yeah, we know.
Who are you talking to, Chester? These two are having a conversation by themselves, apparently.
Oh, Lord. Anyway, so Elizabeth ended up, they had a whole bunch of children, but with her last child, a girl named Mary, she actually died during childbirth in February of 1834. And then her daughter their daughter didn't die right away. It was actually a few days later that their daughter died. So with all of this,
that just sounded like a woman talking.
No, Jay's talking in the background.
Okay.
So James couldn't handle his grief, and he ended up apparently committing suicide by drowning himself in a well located on the grounds of his own company. So they were all buried together. And then they eventually had them moved to Necropolis. What does that say?
It says, yes, there is. I said, it sounded like a woman talking. Just like, yes, there is. There's a woman talking.
No, well, it was just Jay.
Last time I checked, your other half does not sound like a woman.
And he
I'll,
bitching.
I'll review the footage and we'll see. I hope
Well,
I
yeah,
catch
so-
it.
Anyways, James and Elizabeth and their daughter Mary were all buried in Pottersfield. And they were actually eventually moved to Mount Pleasant, I believe, or am I lying here? I can't even remember.
I do think they were moved.
They were all moved. I know that. I'm just trying to.
Yeah.
I have it somewhere. Hold on, let me see. No, I don't have it. What the poop? I thought I did have it, but yeah, they were all moved together. Except I shouldn't say they were all moved together. James and Elizabeth were moved. There is no record of their daughter being moved.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't follow the voices, Kelly.
I'll stop and be like,
I know.
Yeah. So
It's the woman who's talking. I'm telling you.
So that
Maybe that's who
is,
Kelly is.
that is a bit about the cemetery. It's just like any other cemetery. People, some families moved their loved ones, some didn't. And now there's a subway station through them. So yeah, so we show up. Kaz walks into the turnstile, literally.
Okay. But before any of that, when we were asked to, be in a film student's documentary.
Yes.
And Rachel's like, hey, you want to come do this? It's in an abandoned subway station. I'm like, okay. She's like, it used to be a cemetery. I'm like, I'll be there. It was amazing. And then, yes, we had to do this like really epically cool walk through the turnstiles. And Rachel goes through in like this amazing slow-mo walk. And I go to walk through and the turnstiles stop working. So I just like crash into them. It was great. It was a classic Kaz.
Say?
Yes, they were very happy memories. Sarcasm at its finest.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I don't think that made the video or the movie,
No.
thank God, because it was quite embarrassing. Like literally dead hard. If anyone's ever been through a turnstile that does not turn when you go to walk through it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So it's just like crash. Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's how the investigation started. And then we had to walk through everybody waiting for their current PTC ride.
Go there. We can't go there.
Well,
You
we
want
could
to go there, Chester? We'll take you there, maybe. That was a weird sound. Maybe we'll take you there, Chester. Maybe.
But yeah, so we had to walk through everybody waiting for and they're all looking at us because we got cases. Like they're like, what the fuck? And then we bang on the door to go down because you literally have to bang on it for someone to let you in. And then they let you in and you walk down all the stairs to this.
Yeah.
You walk down to. And it is still loud as down there because you have trains running on top of you, literally.
And it is every bit an abandoned subway station as you think it is. So it's a platform, and on either side are tracks leading to black-ass tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, we all thought, there's a ghost, because in the darkness, all of a sudden, there was just these two lights bobbing down, and they're an abandoned tunnel. The nothing goes there. They do keep secrets there.
Mm-hmm.
And so we all started like, are we seeing this? Oh my God, it's happening. And it just turned out to be workers coming out of the darkness.
Yeah.
And they were just as scared to see us standing on the platform as we were to see lights coming from the darkness.
Yeah.
But yes, as Rachel said, so above us would have been the actual station that now is in use. So every 3 minutes, a train comes thundering through and the Mongo Jerry theme song starts playing. because it's like do 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 do,
Yeah.
and then it says it's like now arriving at whatever. So that kind of took it. Yes, I have. That kind of took it away from the spooky factor a little
Mhm.
when we kept hearing that. It just became annoying. And it's, of course, very hard for you then to do any audio stuff down there, which we'll probably get into right now.
So audio wise, couldn't hear a damn thing unless you had headphones on. So guess what we did? We did a lot of SDs because it was really, really loud. And I can remember saying to myself, I need to yell out my answers because they might not be able to hear me. So yeah, my SDs was pretty interesting. Definitely, I think we were talking to James and Elizabeth.
Absolutely.
For sure. Pretty much that's all who came across for the most part, if I can remember.
And the thing that was really compelling is we could barely hear each other talk, let alone you hear us talking. So when you were doing your Estes session, you had your headphones on and you were kind of up against one of the pillars in the back there. And we weren't overly close to you because I'm trying to stay near the film crew so they can hear me ask questions. And then at one point, you're saying, I think you said ward or something. And I was like, what does that mean? And I went to get the paperwork. So I'm even further away from you now. And as I'm going through it, I'm still talking, but there's you above. Yes, the noise is coming from above. So it was just, I think, testament of the fact that there's no way that you're listening in and can hear. So then, of course, I'm asking questions and you're responding to me, which really freaked out the guys as well as me. Dare you? Because you are like spot on with the things that you're saying. And it turned out we were, like you said, talking to James, and then Elizabeth came in. I was like, I think I said something like, Elizabeth, are you here? And you said yes. And then you said something about committing suicide, which I had no idea about until we started reading. And then, yeah, it was a really incredible moment. And the guys, that's when the guys were really like, holy shit.
This lady is freaky.
The music box was going off at points. And then we had, I think the bell was ringing as well. And none of that stuff had really gone off much. I think we had some of the tripwire lights go off at one point, but that was a little tricky.
Yeah.
A little tricky because, I mean, there's tons of movement everywhere because the whole place vibrates when the trains are rocketing across the top of you. But
yeah, and you also have to remember too is the tracks are still electric. Even the ones that are like on the side here from this, they're still electrified because they still use them as training, right? So they don't just turn them on and off. And they don't let people on them anyways, right? Like you fall off, that's gonna hurt, man. Even if there is no trains. So the EMF, like REM pod and like all that kind of like K2 and everything is a bit tricky, especially when you have that much, electricity running through everything. So a lot, and it's surprising none of that stuff went off anyways.
No, so I know we had put the strip lights down. And then they went off at one point and we were trying to debunk it. Was it because there was a train had just gone by, but wildly, but it never went off. They never went off again. I think it was when we were talking about the lady in red. They never went off again. And obviously trains are going by every like 3 minutes, I think it is. So that was the only time I think it went off. And we didn't get a ton of equipment out. It's not a huge amount of space. And you've got the camera crew walking around and us, and we don't want to be tripping over things. And like you said, a lot of it, the potential of it being triggered by trains, movement, electrical, it was too much.
Yeah.
So what? Thump. Yes, there was a thump. There were lots of thumps as the trains were like,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's not a huge area.
Mm-mm.
Creep factor, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And that also plays into it as well.
Oh, for sure. And listen, you can't go down there and not go, I'm going to see a ghost and I'm going to get slimed like in Ghostbusters, because you cannot not see that when you are down there. Especially if you're old. So,
and it's true. Like you are
Joseph.
You're totally expecting something to come out of the darkness at you on either side, because with any subway, it just goes into darkness. There's just a tunnel, that the track, and then there's just darkness. They're all scary. So then when you're down there knowing it's abandoned, and we keep saying that because it's technically not. It's not like, it's all dusty down there and no one does anything. They're down there a lot, but just nobody uses it. And you would never know how to get there unless someone, like, we had to get badges, and we had to be shown where to go and have someone escort us. But you would
masking tape badges.
Listen, I was trying to make us sound a little more professional.
Hey, that was from the TTC. That was them.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
But you'd never know, because it's just a door on a platform.
Yep.
And then you open this big, creaky ass, rickety door, and then it takes you down a really scary staircase to an even scarier platform. But those who wouldn't know where it is, you'd never know it's there. You'd have no idea that beneath you is this whole other place.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty cool. But another really cool thing is the kid who was running the whole show. I saw his last name, which happened to be Ray, W-R-A-Y. And I looked at him and I was like, man, you look like some dead people's pictures that I've seen a lot of. Roman. I'm like, So I asked him, and he's like, oh yeah, my family's originally from Peterborough. And, it was like, I'm going to say it wrong, but it's like the Elodie or something like that, whatever. I need to brush up on it. He's like, we're from that family, and we have that family's, log cabin is at Lang Pioneer Village. And I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. We're there all the time.
It's Settlers Village.
No. The Elodie cabin is at Lang.
Oh, the Elodie one. Yes, sorry.
Which is his grandmother's, like his mom's side of the family. And I was like, that's cool. I'm like, are you guys from anywhere else? And he's like, no, we're just from like the Peterborough area. I'm like, okay, can you ask, your family if they're from like, now we're going right.
Walk right.
We're going left. Now we're
turn
going
left, walk right. Good Lord.
But anyway, so I remember asking him to ask his dad's side of the family, because his last name is Ray, if they were from like Bob Cajun, Fenland Falls area, like anywhere in that area. And it turns out, they were. They just don't talk to that side of the family. And his like great grandfather actually grew up in the Ray house that is now at Settlers Village in Bob Cajun that we investigate. So I think that's pretty cool. I think
it was a really neat connection.
But I think I totally scared him when I brought all that up. And I was like, yo, man, I talked to your great grandfather all the time. He's just dead.
Yeah. That Ray house is my favorite place on that property.
What did that spirit
invite him to come?
Just say?
It said, don't, what did it say? Don't trust the bad ones. I don't know who the bad ones are.
I don't know either. But anyway.
Infinite love. Aww.
He's like, I've had enough of this shit.
Acute pancreatitis.
That's what he's getting from listening to us.
Wow. I get all mushy
Oh, Theodore.
because of love, and you're like acute pancreatitis. That's what it feels like when you're snuggling up next to me.
Oh my god. But anyways, that is Lower Bay Station. There's not much about it other than it was a cemetery at one point.
Alert.
Mm.
Yes. I love that. Not so much that they desecrated a cemetery, but that's what the London Underground. I mean, that's all flew through the plague pits, basically. They're just like, oh, we got some more, just cover them up. So I don't know at what point the city is just like, well, no one's looking, just keep going. Because,
Bulldoze through this.
yeah, I mean, no one's come forward. So,
Oh, you gotta remember, back in the day, times were way different than they are now.
mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. But anyways, spots lit for Lower Bay Station. If you have a chance to visit, you should. Sometimes they open it up for like doors open, or they do like these interesting Halloween things or other events down there. So keep your eye open for that because those are really cool. Other than that, no trespassing. You got to get permission. Don't open the door. Don't go down there without permission. Don't get in shit.
Again,
PC, like just don't do it.
I don't know. Well, there's a guard that's like right there anyways.
Mhm.
But it's not like there's a sign that says this way to the underground station. So
This way to the
I
pits of
really
hell.
don't know. Yeah. So unless you've got your fancy name tag on, you're not going down.
And plus, they always have somebody down there with you too.
Yes.
Negative.
I don't think so. It's true. Although that lady did leave at one point. She was like, listen, I got other shit to do.
Yeah.
She was digging it though. She was really like, I'm feeling the vibe down here.
Like you guys.
Yeah.
What's not
She's like, are you guys coming back? And we're like, maybe?
You want us to?
Question mark. But yeah, it was a cool
Alright.
thing. And then please go over and check out the film.
Yeah, I have it posted. It'll post on social media by the end of the week. So that'll post so you can watch that. What? Oh, cool. Anyways.
Whatever that means.
Oh, wow.
I don't know, Chester. Thanks for being with us again.
Yeah, thanks for coming back. Next week, I'll bring Harold.
So I showed him a picture of Harold.
Oh, no.
And he said, I can't ever go back. That's the one thing about Necrometer is you can't scroll up and see. It said something like triggering. It's like,
yes.
Yeah, he kind of is. I'm like, 1960s. Maybe that's from when
That's
Harold
when
was.
No, but that's when the station was built, 1966.
Yes, good job. You were paying attention.
Yeah, Tessa. Anyway,
Excellent.
all right, well, that's it for this episode. Next week's episode is very, what should I say? Philosophical.
Sacrifice.
Philosophical.
Sacrifice.
I don't think so.
Well, next week is all about why are there no dinosaur ghosts and a bunch of other random things you would think would be, but they're not. Like why are female ghosts always in white dresses? Why are there no ghosts in sweatpants and hoodies with a Starbucks cup? Like what the fuck?
Yeah, or like punk rocker ones.
Yeah. Like where are they? Do they even exist? We're gonna talk about that and
we'll dive into it.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be part of that one, Chester? To debunk all of the weirdness? We'll see. Why are there no gesture doll ghosts? You're gonna share your story? Okay.
There you go.
That's fine. You can do that. Thank you, Chester.
Anyway,
And thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Bye for now.
Waiting for him
Just
to be like,
waiting.
bye.
Yeah.
Peace out, bitch. Put me
One of
back in
these
my bedroom.
days.
Oh man. But anyways, have a great week, everyone.
Yes, bye everyone. Thanks
And
thanks
yeah,
for hanging out with us
as we
again.
as we get back into the groove. Can't wait to see these
Yes.
faces.
And
Yeah.
beard. Did you grow a beard while you were waiting for us to come back?
Oh my god. It's
Wow.
gonna come next. We have mutton chops.
Let's see.
Anyways. All right, everyone.
From Chester and I.
Yeah.
Bye.
Have a great week. We will see you next time.
Oh, what's the saying? It was conjured.
Well,
Oh.
maybe the dinosaur.
And then the TV's by me, but it just totally looked like someone just walked. Okay.
All right. Have a great week,
Anyways,
everyone.
bye.
Bye.
Bye.